Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 24 with the Prague Metropolitans. Let's check out the team. If you've all died of apocalyptic fury, it was nice knowing you all. You've been a great audience. Oh, I've been waiting for that one all freaking day. You have no idea. Oh, it's amazing. All right. So, we've got a lot of decisions to make. So many decisions. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Today is going to be all about the decisions. Because one of the downsides of having a mega team, thanks to a draft, is that eventually you can't afford to keep them all. And there's a very realistic chance that we're going to have to make some very hard decisions up to this. So it should be a little bit more fun because we're going to have a lot of decisions to make. So, one moment. Oh, excuse me. And so we're going to have to figure out how to allocate our scarce resources in order to make the best team we possibly can. But before we do any of that, let's build up our coaching staff. Our current coaching staff is actually quite terrible, so I want to get some good quality coaches that can filter up through the system as time progresses, right? Let's begin by finding a shiny new pitching coach. Somebody who's good with mechanics and development. And I think we're going to go with Yakov here. Oh, we definitely need a hitting coach. And we have several excellent choices, but clearly the best of these is probably going to be... because of the high minors, right? So mechanics are important, but so is development. Actually, I think we'll take Gunnar Naibaka. There we go. Back to pitching coaches. Yakov Vodovtsev, perhaps. But I think I've already made him an offer. Let's grab Benjamin Harrer. Offer him the job there. There's a lot of great hitting coaches. As you get into the lower levels of the minors, I think mechanics are even more important. So that you can see those players take big leaps as time progresses. I love the idea of having Jose Villa as a manager, but I think starting him up as a pitching coach just to get him into the system and then promoting him is going to be a great solution. Let's offer Reese Dyson a contract. So there's a lot of like mid-tier pitching coaches. Let's go ahead and offer up Christian Lazar, or Chrissy Laser as he likes to be called. Grimy, as he liked to be called. Sure, we can have a little Colin Marquezinus as a treat. And then... I mean, within it, like, Edward Edwards. Is he professional wrestler Eddie Edwards? Maybe. But I don't see how I can resist that. I know he's not the best coach, but his name is perfect. It's top tier names, and we'll go ahead and grab Mr. Trim here. Oops, I've already made you an offer, haven't I? I guess we'll sell for Sigmund Brown then. Okay, coaching offers are now in. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty. We're way over our budget. And so we're going to have to make some tough decisions about who to trade and what we want to keep. So first things first, is there any player that's drastically underperformed relative to the salary that they're commanding? A lot of the relievers are asking for quite small contracts, and I think that's an excellent start to the puzzle. So what are we on about here? What kinds of players do we think need to stay on the team forever and ever? And the thing is, we cannot realistically keep this team together. We don't have the money. I guess if we offer everybody their arbitration amount, the owner would have to accept it, but I don't think they'd be very happy about that. I guess there's some attraction of punting this decision down the road a bit, just so that we can try to keep the band together while we still have more talent than everyone else and try to win a championship. Neil DeHaan wants a great big old contract extension. I can't afford that, sadly. I can drop by more than that. Wait, you said, oh. What? Oh, interesting. I do have to actually get rid of some of these players. I don't have a choice. Okay. Yeah, I literally cannot keep them all together. The owner is just flat out refusing. Which is kind of a dick move if you ask me, but that's alright. So the first player that seems relatively expendable is Mr. Turlo Kerr. This is mostly why. He's already quite old, and that is somewhat problematic. Let's see what we could get for him. And we're getting some pretty decent offers here. I don't think my scout isn't that great. I don't know that I trust him to tell me what's going on there. Daniel Noisa. Right-handed, good stuff in movement, okay control, nice mix of pitches. You're still quite raw, but I think there's a lot of potential here. What if I ask for a prospect package? What if I get greedy? Because I'm getting a lot of interesting prospects. I wonder if we can hedge our bets a bit and get several people. Alright, Oki Belly is a truly exceptional talent. In a lot of ways, he's also very raw. And so while I have no issue with this trade, I need a little bit more... Maybe I do... Oh. Why are you rated as 70? What? Huh? I don't get it. Why is your potential so high? You're a good defensive first baseman who's an okay hitter across the board. I don't see what it is about this that makes him one of the most elite prospects in the game. That just seems ridiculous to me. I'm sorry. Um... Huh. I'm really tempted by this one. Like, Otis Swartz is fun. He's a good defensive catcher. Those are always valuable. Sandy Cortez is nothing. I mean, maybe he'll turn into something with us. But this is what I'm here for. A really good all-around third baseman who could develop rapidly. So I think this is the deal that we take. I might be able to get another prospect, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Best for Paul Murchison. An elite pitching prospect always has plenty of value. Let's also trade Klinger. And see if I can maybe get you to throw in one more interesting player. Like a Stefan Andre. Like, let me be clear. I'm putting this deal together both to clear payroll, but also to get us some really good prospects for the future. Rodolfo Martinez isn't that special. Okay, so we go Kablamo. And all of a sudden, we've gotten both a lot younger and a lot cheaper. And that was just trading one of our players. I think we can do better. So the next question for debate is Gavin Miller. I don't want to beat this point into the ground, but it's worth highlighting this. The man produced 7 wins and didn't even play half the season. His raw talent level is so far off the charts that we'd almost be foolish to let him go. And yet, his injury proneness is becoming a bit of a concern. He's only 27. I mean, still got a lot of players to think about, though. We have so many really freaking good pitchers that I don't even know which ones to try to keep. Guys, we had 320 game winners. That's wild. So Moberg is a much better hitter. Vior is a much better catcher. How much money do I have left now? I still need to get about another 1 to 2 million in order to start making these arbitration offers. Okay. Wait, really? You're fighting me. I didn't think that would happen. Crean and O'Reilly. Alright, let's start signing one-year offers for people that I know we're going to end up keeping. I'm going to non-tender David Runas. I don't need that many relievers. Whoops. He's actually the one I wanted to keep. There you go. Yeah, Runas is the one I meant to non-tender. Mr. Petit here is very cheap, and so I see very little downside to offering him a new deal. I'm not giving you a no trade clause. Don't be fucking stupid. There you go. Okay, so we're making some progress there. We have way too many great relievers. I really don't need to have them all. I'm gonna offer you a new deal. And then we're gonna trade Joseph Devalle. Mostly because he's already 34 and we want to keep the team as young and cheap as we can. So let's see what might be on the table if we try to get a prospect. There's the Albanian sensation, Halil Bajrami. Done. That was very easy. Okay. What's next? Mulan is our ace, right? They're the acest of aces. I'd love to keep him around. But let's consider something very important here. My budget, because Moner is a cheap-ass bastard, is $35 million. That's my budget. In comparison, Berlin's budget is $44 million. And they're also way over budget, too. It's going to be an issue for all of us until this gets sorted. So what all this means is quite simply this. I can't give anybody that much money. It's not possible. I've got to be judicious about who I choose to keep and who I choose not to keep. Fiora is a really good all-around catcher, but I like Moberg's unique offense. He's got a lot more thump than you'd expect out of your standard catcher. We're going to see a lot of free agents, I predict, because so many people are not going to be able to keep their players. But yeah. Alright. Xenophon, Monomachus. Let's just do the 1 year thing now, please. Um. So here's an interesting thing here. Oleshka Baranikov is a really good hitter and a terrible second baseman. He's a fine first baseman. That's about the nicest thing I can say about him. And so you're the other kind of player that's ripe for a trade, right? Like, you don't fill a role on this current team. You're fine, but defensively, you're severely lacking. And I've already got 2 first basemen. It seems a little excessive to have 3. So I'm going to offer you up as well. No, I'm not getting value for a lot of these players. Understandable. But that's just the nature of the beast, right? Antonio Cordova is an outstanding hitter who could stick around at third base. I might already see a winner here. Wow, Dublin really doesn't like their players, I guess. Why couldn't you have a breaking pitch, my dude? You're a really good all-around hitter, but you're more of a corner outfielder than a center fielder. If I could get Merlin and Lenglet, what would it cost me? You want Danny Chacon? You can freaking have him. Now, right, this is going to be an issue. The fans are going to be pissed at me because I'm basically stripping down the team. It's not because I want to, it's because we have to. Alright, so good things are happening. Okay. Garrick Faber would like to get paid. I would like to pay him, but I also want to try to free up some cash. So, how's that sound? So Faber is one of the stars I'm going to hitch my wagon to. I think he is probably the offensive heart of this team. And I'm fully aware, by the way, we're just kicking the can down the road at this point. Like, this is just going to happen again next year. Until something gives, yeah, we're not going to be able to keep this team together forever. Understood. But I want to keep it together at least one more year, I think, if we can. So we're keeping Mulan. That's obvious. And we're probably going to keep... I wish one of you guys... I will keep Schmidt just because Schmidt is actually only asking for a little bit of money. This is a way to make a bit of a savings here. Okay, that's 2 starting pitchers. I want to keep one more. And then probably trade the other 2. So the odd man out right now is Veronin. Like, I know Veronin has performed at a high level. I understand that. But he's also has the lowest ceiling of our 5 starting pitchers. So I think trading Mr. Veronin is a smart idea. I wish you had a curveball or a slider, my guy. You're a lefty, so I'm a little bit more okay with letting a lack of a curveball go. Okay, I want Miko and I want Guzman. I'm gonna give up Caballero. I have to. I'll see if you'd throw in another player, but like a Tim Davis maybe. Nah, I don't want Tim Davis that badly. I'm just gonna pull the trigger. And I know what I'm doing might get me fired, but I think that has to be what happens at this point. We have to make decisions on who's a big part of our club and who isn't. I think we keep Helmer for sure. I know I have absolutely no cost certainty. That is not lost on me, and that is something we're also going to have to deal with. Okay. So we've got 3 starting pitchers signed up. I don't know what Viora's deal is. I'll meet him halfway, but I'm not going to give him $2.5 million. There we go. 1.85 is fine. And we're also going to go grab Gabriel Moberg just because he's so cheap right now, and he might end up being an important piece of the club later on. All right. So the big decision we have left is what do we do with Neil DeHaan? Do we keep him around for one more year? Do we trade him? And what do we do with Gavin Miller? Let's go ahead right now and re-sign DeHaan. Nope. 1 year, please. I know you guys want your long-term contracts. I'd love to give them to you, but I don't have the money. There we go. Gavin Miller. You're either the cornerstone of the team, or you're going to be a millstone. I think 1 more year to find out is incredibly worthwhile, but I am not paying him elite money. I don't have the money to do it, even if I wanted to, and to be honest, I don't want to. Okay. So we've bought ourselves a little bit of money, but we've also made the team significantly weaker. That can't be ignored. That can absolutely not be ignored. The team is not as good now as it was a few minutes ago because of the players we traded. Our job is to do what we did, which is acquire a whole bunch of prospects while we still can, and take advantage of the players we do still have. We've got a lot of talent in the minor leagues. It's just all incredibly raw. And I think that's our biggest issue. We do need some more advanced players in the high minors if we're going to be consistently effective. Okay, let's go ahead and advance time a little bit. A platinum stick. Is it in my entire team? No, I didn't have the best shortstop. Oh, I kind of feel bad. With how overpowered this team is. That's alright though. I didn't get any defensive awards. So that may be another area that we need to consider. Okay, people signing new deals. Great. My best player was the 38-year-old rookie, which is cool. Goro won that award, which is super cool. MVP Malik Bertay, eh? He lead league in that shit, so I respect that. No Cy Young this year, or Pitcher of the Year award, I guess. It's just Pitcher of the Year at this point. I have a player designated for assignment. Oh, Otis Swartz. Oh! I see. Okay. I'll put you on the 40-man. I have no problem with keeping a third catcher there. Here we go. It's like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, oh, yeah. Okay. Are all my coaches set up now? Yes. So I have a lot of coaching talent, which means there's going to be a coaching purge next year. I've also regained all the fan interest that my owner probably thought I just cost him for nothing by just keeping the players we've got. So we're certainly not bad off. You're right. So what do we need for next season? I need 6 players at a minimum, obviously. I'm reasonably happy with starting pitching. I think our pitching as a whole is probably close to fine. We could take a flyer on 1 or 2 players. But we need starting third baseman, 1 to 2 more outfielders. Yeah. I mean, we have some relatively high rookies in the minors who might have a chance. Like, I think Eric O'Farron will probably end up getting some reps. Post Bly. What could possibly go wrong? There's things that were going wrong. Who got promoted and relegated? The Budapest Twins and the Berlin Gates both got kicked down. But who's joining us? Oh, did we have to finish today? But I'd probably finish today. There you go. We added the Bratislava Castles and the Zagreb Mountaineers. Neat. Yeah, fuck you, Berlin. Got some international free agents. Always appreciated. Okay. So let's start promoting people, just so I get a sense of what positions I don't need to fill. I'm fine with the outfield. I'd like maybe 1 or 2 more, but I can live with this outfield. Philip Figlev is a good enough pitcher to be on the Major League roster. That's a truth. We're really far behind at third base, though. I mean, we could move Gavin Miller to third. I don't know if that would help him at all. O'Reilly can play third. Who's available? I mean, this is pretty good for 950 grand. Let's grab Arseni here as a bench player. I think that's very appropriate. Done. That'll add some depth to the roster. I kind of like the idea of keeping you, of bringing you in. You're both really young and potentially very effective. I'm not sure you're a starting caliber third baseman in this league. What you got? I could take a guy like Asal Lopez. I think that seems reasonable. Like, you're not an elite hitter, but you're a good enough hitter that I'm not that concerned about it. So I think we... I want a team option for you too. That's my counter offer there. There you go. That's 3 spots filled. Another starting pitcher, another third baseman. What other positions do we really want in the Major League roster? All players, please. Nope, just kidding. All batters. I have 9 hitters. Oh, we don't have a DH. We don't have a dedicated DH. Oh, we need a backup catcher. Because it looks like they're moving Moberg to DH. If that's the case, then I think Otis Swartz makes a ton of sense as a backup catcher. Just make Moberg into a full-time DH. That'll still keep quite a bit of thump. We are now slightly lacking in top-level thump, which is a concern. And I do need 1 to 2 backup middle infielders. So let's take a look at the middle infield market. You know what? I'm in. You're not amazing, but you don't have to be. Your job is to fill in competent... No, you can't really play shortstop, though, is your thing. Charlie Moore is a bit more versatile, and he's also still at least a reasonably good hitter. You're also quite expensive, though. Burkus can only play second base, and he's also a giant injury risk. That strikes me as less than ideal. Let's get defensive shortstop. Is at least 50. Because here's the thing. You can't have a middle infielder that can't handle shortstop. You can't. That's a surefire recipe for disaster. You I like. I think Mr. Macchioni here is a fine choice. Who has the most power of the hitters that are still available? I mean, ideally, like somebody who can also hit. Oh, it's this in second baseman. There you go. Antonio Gonzalez has power and a bit of eye and nothing else. It will cost me very little to see what he can do, so I'm gonna do it. We could bring back Grigory Gagaliev, but no one's paying $8 million. That's not gonna happen. I could go for Domenico Gagliese, but only if he would take a pay cut, which I don't think he would. We got the Rule 5 draft coming, and I think people are going to have a hard time protecting who they want to protect, so I am more than happy to let this be our opening foray into free agency. I ain't giving you a 4-year deal. Yeah. You are a lovely side bonus. You are not a main contributor. So I'm not going to sit there and cough up big money for you. That's very silly. I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it. You both get to make the roster, which is lovely. Rule 5 draft. Oh, yeah. I guess if I want to keep you, I have to put you on the 40-man. I don't really care, though. Like, if I get him, fine. But if somebody else just takes him, it costs me nothing. Alright. All players, please. Okay, I like you a lot. I think you offer a huge amount to a club. And I think you're more than worthy of a Rule 5 pick. Done. What other position could we use a reinforcement? I mean, Hayden Gilmore offers a nice little bat here. I don't know that I'm willing to go that hard for him, though. Are there no pitchers? No, thank you. What am I looking at in terms of roster fillage? I'd still need 2 more positions. I need outfielders. Where'd my other outfielders go? I guess I'll let them both walk. Think, you know what? I will take Hayden Gilmore. Why the hell not? Oh, I know what happened. It's because I didn't fucking keep that one guy. That was silly of me. That was very silly. I'd like to get 1 more reliever or 1 more starter. Maybe even 2 more starters or 2 more relievers. But the Rule 5 draft is kind of shitty for that, so I'm just going to go ahead and complete the draft. Alright, I want 1 starting pitcher and I want 1 reliever. That is my quest. Yeah, the deal he's asking for isn't terrible. I think I'll do it. So we'll see how that works out for us. And then let's look at relievers. It's my biggest weakness, the reliever who won't be ready for opening day. A good left-handed reliever would actually be probably quite nice. I can bring him in for 1 year. You're not going to be a closer, though. That's for sure. But it will give you a 2-year deal. That's fine. Oh, and we have international free agents to be getting involved with too, don't we? I completely forgot about international amateur scouting. Okay. You're a pretty incredible offensive talent. I see very little downside to offering you a contract. How's it over the international free agent cap? Oh. Whoa. Okay. Hopefully we can get him. I didn't realize how small my cap would be. Oh, because you haven't adjusted the cap to us being in the big leagues now. That's interesting. Alright, people have been signed. Hey, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do. I might just sit out this particular round of things. I mean, you did just give me more money, though. Alright. So what we really need to figure out is who needs to become the flagship of our franchise. Like, which players, like, can Garrett Trevor actually play third? Very poorly. I'd rather he not play third base, though. Anyway. Yeah, this is going to be really tricky. We kind of need to find one or two players that identify them and keep them. But our issue is always going to be our budget. Like, I can't afford to give any player $10 million. That's too much money. Yeah, everyone's going to want one-year deals now, which is reasonable, I suppose. Yeah, I can't do this. I absolutely cannot do this. I can't. Or we're gonna have a team of just like stars and scrubs. And I'd like a little bit more depth now. We're gonna have some of these minor leaguers are gonna have to they're gonna have to pay off. I feel this seems gonna be sustainable. I need something to keep them working. Player development. People just kind of moving around a bit. It's fine. Go to spring training. Game. Langlet, Stunenberg, Gonzalez, Gorkic. And everyone else is fine. And I think we'll do what we've been doing with the tour through history. I think I'll just go ahead and do full seasons, start to finish. I think it makes the game more interesting, but also the episodes aren't that long. Notice we are falling a bit to the back of the pack now. We're no longer like the very best ever. Hi, Halil. That was unexpected. Yeah, we're seeing genuine, like, meteoric improvement from some of our players, and you love to see it. That's very good news. Very nice. All right. Okay. I can't have 31 players, obviously. I'm allowed... I want to get rid of one pitcher and only one pitcher. And I think that's going to be Neil Pennington. No, is Pennington my only lefty? No, I've got plenty of lefties. I guess Figlev, because Figlev can at least get better. So we're going to send him down. Congratulations, Bajrami. You're now a major leaguer. Very proud of you. What does Kenneth Stunenberg have to offer? He's not a very good catcher. So I think let's keep him in the minors. 4 players left. I could just keep Langlet on the Major League roster and return Gilmore. I think that's probably fair. So Langlet, welcome to the majors. I did not at all anticipate you getting here this quickly, but I will take it. Got to get rid of 3 hitters. I really wish you wouldn't play Garrick Faber at third, but I guess it's fine. Sal Lopez can go to the minor leagues. Gorkic to the minors. I really want to find a way to keep Antonio Gonzalez on the roster. I like the idea of having this elite power presence, even if he doesn't play every day, to offer us a threat off the bench. So it probably means that one of Efimov or Macchioni needs to go. And I'll be honest with you, Efimov is only a second baseman, but I think that's fine. I think Macchioni can go to the minors. So it's obviously a much different Prague Metropolitans, right? Like, we're not the mega team we have been in the past. But maybe that'll actually help us. We'll have to see, though. We'll definitely have to see. We still have a terrifying pitching staff. We still have some really elite hitters. I'm probably going to have to commit to Gavin Miller in the next season or two, though. I have to decide if he's worth keeping around or not. Oh, your starting lineup is people. Yeah. All right, guys. Let us see how we baseball. Oh, Antonio Gonzalez was invited to spring training. He wasn't actually on the Major League roster. My apologies. My apologies. We're already losing games, guys. I don't like this at all. But I mean, I guess it was kind of inevitable. It wouldn't be Major League Baseball without Gavin Miller being injured, right? Like, that's a rite of passage. So Macchioni comes right back to the bigs. And I guess that's my biggest concern with Gavin Miller. A Gavin Miller that can play 700 at-bats is one of the best players in the history of professional baseball. But I don't think it's very reasonable to assume that's likely to happen. I just don't see that being something that happens all that frequently. And so I guess I can't become too enamored with him. He's too unreliable. Okay, we got Miller back. That means goodbye to Macchioni. Jacobson, you dumb fucker. Some nice little bumps for some of our lower ranked players. I'm pretty happy about that. I think we're going to have no 80s left, though, at the end of this season, just because a lot of the players are losing their potential. You would offer me the Ishmael Vila. Gross. Daniel Carrasco. Less gross. I mean, there's some intrigue here. Wait, what? Why on earth would I not take this deal? Like, I don't want Vila. Like, Vila does nothing for me. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's what I'm offering. Oh my god, I wasn't paying attention. Get fucked, dude. Wow. I'm a good manager. No, I'm not. That's a lie. Okay. So how are we doing after 2 months into the season? Well, some of our elite players aren't so elite anymore. There's definitely a down year a little bit. We still have a ton of offensive capability here. I know Lenglet is playing center while What's-His-Face is suspended, but he's not ideal, but that's fine. Are you getting on base? You're getting on base at a ridiculous clip. So even if you're not a mega elite hitter, I'm still fine with that. You're also probably being held back by your defense. Monomachus is actually the more troubling. There's definitely been an adjustment for him, and I don't like it. We're still a very, very good team. I mean, let's not hide that, but we're not as good as we have been historically. Creenan, you gotta hit more, my dude. I don't need you to hit like 50 homers a year, but I need you to fucking hit. I need you to hit something. Okay. Let us now progress to the first year draft. How many 80s are still in the organization? How many 80 potentials are still left? 2. Bennick and Belay. Your potential actually improved. But I'm sure we're going to get a nice influx of talent here. All players, please. So what are we considered weak at in the prospect department? Let's have a look here. My problem is I don't have many advanced prospects. I think that's our biggest issue. Is that I've got tons of players that are reasonably good, but they're far off the pack here. No, not player potential. That's not what I wanted. I want the little graph, positional rankings. Here we go. My starting pitching is quite thin. That's what I was looking for. So I do think adding an elite starting pitching prospect is probably our first step here. Let's focus on all the starters. There are 2 elite starting pitching prospects at this point. Ludovic Bonnet, or Bonnet probably, and Juan Lepe. There's a lot to love about Ludovic here. He's got great numbers. He's big enough. He'll probably add another couple ticks to his fastball. He's got a nice mix of pitches, none of which is a breaking ball. And Juan Lepe is basically the exact same guy. Except he's got an injury history. So I guess we go with the safer play and take Bonnet here. I think that's reasonable. But I could get both of them and hope he doesn't get hurt, but that seems pretty silly to me. Evan Gallagher, nice 3-pitch mix. Stuff, movement, and control. He's a sidearmer, but he's also a lefty. I'm willing to give that a shot. Herman Gildo, Moimenta, fastball, slider, curveball, lefty, stuff, moving, control, decent. Yeah. I didn't really come into this planning to just go hardcore for nothing but pitching, but I think it's very useful. Now let's look at the remaining players. Glenn Cohen is a pretty decent first baseman. That's what the nicest thing I can say about him. He's also quite smart. He's going to Oxford, after all. Oh, but look at Sean Stewart. Oh my gosh. He's an incredible all-around hitter. Look, if he develops the way he should, he will do everything well. And yes, 10,000 times yes. That kind of player always has a lot of value. Ooh, that's an issue. That is a giganto issue. Daniel Constantinescu. Nice contact and power. Good, good. Jean Lefebvre. Again, quite nice. I like Glenn Cohen a bit more out of the three first basemen just because he's got a bit more secondary skills. I'm trying to see he's got a relatively quick path to the majors if we need like high level depth. Marnix Oldenburg actually does. He throws quite hard. A decent mix of pitches. Yeah, I think he's the perfect addition to this team. Somebody where if we had an injure, wait, the Hoosier Thunderbolt, that doesn't make any sense, game. I wish I had more than a fastball sinker. If you had like one breaking ball, I'd probably be over the moon, but I guess I'll take you anyway. That's always nice to have players that should develop quite quickly. I'll take Lefebvre. Like, he keeps falling in the draft, so like, I know he's flawed, but I'm willing to take the chance on him. And then, my beloved scouting director, you may scout whomever you please. We need that big hometown kid. We need somebody from Prague to be like the flagship of the franchise. We got a lot of Englishmen. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. I would like a meet demand button. I think that would be nice. It's also possible that my scout sucks, and that I'm drafting these players based on like the dumbest possible recommendations. Like he's like fucking phrenology or something, and that's the only basis for his evaluations. That'd be kind of funny. Oh, so yeah, we're at the point where we're just not signing people anymore. Okay. Let's play the rest of June now. Oh dear. Okay. I don't think we can keep Gavin Miller, guys. It keeps being this giant issue, and I just don't think it's worth it. Like, why have a transcendent talent who never plays? That seems really ungood to me. I'm planning to trade him and get what I can while I can. Maybe at the offseason, maybe at the trade deadline. I'm not sure. There goes Bennick, and now there was one. I mean, we're a really effective team from top to bottom. Our worst hitter is our shortstop. How bad has your defense been? Not the worst, but I kind of wish we had a better fit for you. But anyway. Pitching looks great except for Mulan, who's really struggling this year. Giving up home runs is not a good thing to do. Please stop. Please stop. I do like how Gabriel Moberg has taken so well to first base, though. He's actually been a really good hitter. Alright, hey fuckers, you're all gone. I'm rebuilding my coaching staff in a way that makes sense. All the minor league managers. You guys can all get extensions, just as a small treat. Until I can find better fits. How long are you out for? You're just out for 3 days. Literally nobody from the Prague Metropolitans is in the top 10. That makes me sad. We had the best minor league system, though, so that's good. I mean, we didn't just trade a bunch of established stars for a whole bunch of prospects, so it's not that shocking to me. I should make the owner happy, because the owner wanted us to be a really good minor league system. I'm going to transfer you to this 60-day IL. I don't think we can keep him anymore. I'm sorry. He's such an incredible talent, but he can't stay fucking healthy. And I can't keep paying for that. I can't keep spending I can't spend $4 to $5 million a year on a player who's only going to play for like a quarter of the season. He's just not a good fit. Like, as awesome as he is when he reaches his full potential, the fucker keeps getting hurt. So, yeah. I have 3 starters. 1 reliever. My catcher. My third baseman, my left fielder, my center fielder. And I have not failed to notice that old friend Oleshka Baranikov has really taken well to playing first base full time. Good for you. Gerard. Oh my gosh. What a name. What a name. We got some prospects on the roster, so that's cool. Prank. I don't know why I just said Prague, but I did. So what are you going to do about it? I'm just saying you don't have to injure my players. It's not a requirement. I probably need to try to grab an outfielder if I can. Or a second baseman. Let's see who's available. Any interesting outfielders? Or second baseman? There's a third baseman. Can't play second though. I think you would be a pretty fine addition to the club. What would you cost me? Oh, okay. You're just being a jerk. Okay. I like Dustin Peters' versatility. But I'm not giving you, like, an elite player for that. That would be silly. Huh. Nope. Oh my gosh, his strength review is really convenient. It'll tell me, like, what players people are good at. Let's talk to London. Let's talk to the London Fog. Oh, don't forget, we'd also chose the EJBL. That's true, isn't it? But no, I do want to talk to the Fog because they've got a lot of depth at second base, and I think that's something we could use. Yeah, we'll do it this way. But none of your prospects are particularly well advanced is the issue. Who do you have in the majors? You have Paul Vidianu. There's a 0 chance you'd trade him to me, right? I can't give up any of those 4. Not yet. I guess I could give up Moulin, who's also having a bit of a down year, but then I need to get a starting pitcher in return. I'll tell you what, mate. If you give me Dumont, and Vidianu, then I will give you Mulan. Okay, they just don't want to give up Dumont. That's fair. Yeah, I don't think there's an offer there. Maybe we'll get lucky and I mean, I'd happily take him off your hands if you don't want him. Okay, that's fair. You've only got one decent player. I will happily give you this guy for Stark. You're an elite center field or shortstop slash second baseman, and you've got enough offensive chops that I think you'll be quite nice. So I'll do that. Let's check out Rome. Cohen Van Sletten. I could get behind that. And again, it's not going to cost you very much. I'll trade Carrasco. It doesn't feel amazing, but I think that's fine. And then Mr. Van Slutton can instantly be placed on the 40-man. And you're going to get promoted, my friend. It's just going to take you a little bit of time. Actually, I guess you can get promoted right now. I still want a damn outfielder, though. Like, I want an outfielder who is reasonably... who is reasonably well developed. Okay, you're not gonna give me Chestini. Okay, that's fine. Meh. I mean, we don't know how long he's going to be out. That's my issue. And I don't have a ton of options. Let's try to find a player. Player search. All outfielders. Like a guy like Mario Silva, I could never get him probably. That's probably not going to happen. Um, who is the most tradable of my players? I bet people would be very happy to get a Gerard Mouton. Right? I mean, look at him. He's just a guy. Wow, really? Oh my gosh, I picked infielders. I know how to read. No, I don't. You're a very slap-hitting outfielder, but I guess there's value in that, so sure. I'll make that deal. I'll have to call up a reliever. Probably Figlev is reasonable. I guess I can just run with the 4 outfielders I have now. Maybe. Try to trade you for an outfielder, maybe. I'm just looking for a reasonably competent hitter to back up my outfield. That's all I'm looking for. I think Evo Jordan is looking like the best choice. Let's grab him. There we go. Now I feel a little bit better with our depth. And now I can just skip all the sims. I've got what I wanted. Yay! I just love it. You really have to get a lot of prospects. I think that's an underrated thing. Is making sure you have lots and lots of prospects, because inevitably a large chunk of them are just not going to succeed. Especially when the coaching staff isn't very good. But we're going to be fixing that here right quick in the off season. I kind of like all the ties though. The ties feel kind of fun. It makes it seem more European. Okay, this is wonderful news, Mr. Jordan. You can go right the way back to AAA. Thank you for your service. I mean, blanking locomotives is pretty impressive if you think about it. What a fine Bajrami has been, hasn't he? Like, he's just completely maximized all of his talent. Oldenburg is relatively ready to take on a role. Fernier's throwing harder. That's always a good sign in a pitching prospect. And yeah. Players are already losing some of their talent. It's great. It's exactly what I wanted. No, but it's the opposite of that. It's not what I wanted at all. Um, I don't know that I necessarily want to call up Oldenburg right now. I don't know that I want to call anybody up right now. I think we'll just let things go for now. Well, that sucks. A lot. Welcome back, Ewo. Welcome back, Uwu. Really? I just get through fucking praising you, and you basically rip your finger off. I don't know why. That sounds very nice of you. I just said nice things about you. You're just like, nah, fuck that shit. Mr. Oldenburg, we need you now more than ever. Either in relief or as another starting pitcher. Like, we've got the playoffs locked up. This is a question of can we win the division, and we just did, so. Getting Gavin Miller back is nice. Now, how long will he stay back is the question. A mere 90 wins. Disgusting. Disgusting. How on earth shall we survive? I do not know. Mr. Van Sloten, you can go to the minors. That's fine. Alright, I have an important message to read. Oh no. Anyway. To fight the Cardiff Dragons. Can we get out of the first freaking round? That would be lovely. Maybe not. Definitely not. Oh, we won a game. That's something. Okay. I guess it's time to see how this all works out. Watch some actual baseball ball. Come on, Lancelot. Save us. I'll take it. That's disgusting. 82 mile an hour change to 97 mile an hour fastball. Yikes. I would say I wouldn't want to hit that, but let's face it, I have no actual athletic talent. So, yeah. That was surprisingly close, actually, to becoming an issue for them. Nice. There we go. Come on, Mr. Faber. You fought really hard to get that out, so I won't be annoyed at all. And a ridiculous diving catch. And another out. Oh, that's something, I guess. know if I like this or not, but we can... Oh, that's not that helpful. Because it just cuts it to some other angle, so yeah. Aw, man. Strikeout. We're making him work, though. I mean, it's only the second inning. He's already thrown more than 20 pitches, so we just need to start hitting the bloody baseball. There we go. And a nice little harmless single. Okay, I don't like this view anymore. Here we go. This actually gives me a better view of what's going on. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I completely forgot who is playing where. That was kind of silly. Really? What's with that fucking shitty defense, my guy? Oh, no. Okay, good. Eh. I like the wide view. Yeah, and then when the actual pitch is happening, let's go to home plate. There we go. Alright. So what can we do here, Mr. Moberg? We can hit a fly ball out to center field. They've already gotten 3 hits, guys. That's too many hits for them to have. Fiora gets a nice walk, but he's not very fast, so I can't exactly put any pressure on the base paths. Oh, that's a nice little... That's some good play. Wait, where'd the left fielder go? Did he just, like, leave? Cool. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Aww. Come on, Creenan. I believe in you. Except Langlet didn't try to run. I mean, I know he's not very fast, but still. There we go, a little duck snort, as he used to call them. Let's keep it coming, team. That's not keeping it coming. That's an easy out. But hey, it's 2 runs, right? That's 2 runs more than we had the previous inning. So let's keep a good thing going here. Ooh, was that a slider? Oh, it was a sinker. That thing had some bite to it. Oof. That was a lucky bounce, though. If Langlet had been a little bit more on top of things, or Langley maybe, we could have maybe busted him at second. Really, dude? Don't be like that. If we keep giving them base runners, bad things will eventually happen. Like that, for instance. Whew. Okay. Alright, we got out of that inning, but we're not out of the woods yet. I'd feel real nice with a couple more runs, though. Where's that little... that one view? You can actually see what happened on the actual pitch. I swear to God, there's a view that does that. View. Anyway. That's a nice little hit. A 1-out single is always appreciated. That's less appreciated. Oh, is it one of the buttons here? No. I swear to God that button exists. I swear. It's fine. Helmer's probably only got one more inning in him. For whatever reason today he's struggled a bit. Good job, Monomachus. Well, I didn't want him to get fucking hurt. I just... Neil Dahan is fairly rested. Let's go ahead and bring him into the game. Maybe it's only for home runs that it does it. Maybe. Ouch. Good job. I wish I'd put somebody faster on base, but I don't know that I have anybody faster. I think that might be the issue. We might lack a lot of base speed. Come on, O'Reilly. Wow, 3 straight walks? What can you do, O'Farron? Beautiful. Beautiful clutch hitting, my friend. And the bases are still loaded. Come on, Faber. Really, dude? Like, it didn't have to be a grand slam or anything, but I still wanted you to put the ball in play, not just strike out. We've got ourselves a nice little cushion now, so I feel better about that. And out. I know there wasn't anybody at third, so sadly, no chance of a big inning there. That's fine. If I can get you to close out this inning, I'll probably go back into the bullpen just because we're going to be going to a 7-game series. I'm going to need that 4th starter, and that's probably going to end up being you. So... just get us out of this inning, please. Please. Oh my god, that wasn't even hard. Viewer is just like... let's go ahead and warm up Francois here. I don't even check handedness, it's fine. And let's keep up the good work, guys. Little bloop. We're not hitting for a ton of power, which I do find somewhat concerning. Like, we're getting hits, and that's what matters most, but we're not, like, driving the ball. That's kind of why I wanted to see some exit velocity shit, but maybe that's only available on home runs. Oh, I know where you could see it. You could see it in the game log. Yeah, that's really low. It's only about 84 miles an hour. That's not a very hard hit ball at all. Monsieur Petit. Really? I get it, it's the way the game is just drawing the models, but it's like Miller walking 3 steps is like, nah, I don't feel like it. Oh my god, dude. Can you fucking quit? There we go. We got him to strike out once we actually put the damn ball where we wanted to. A nice play by Monomachus. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And there we go. A bit of a defensive hiccup, but otherwise pretty decent. Let's try a hit and run. O'Reilly's got a decent bit of speed, and O'Farron's a good contact guy, so he could just foul it off, I guess. There we go. A nice little first to third action. You'd love to see it. And bases loaded. Come on, Monomach. And a ridiculous... That was like a line drive. There wasn't much of a chance to catch up. Oh, that could be out. There it goes. Gavin frickin' Miller. I always love that guy. Just to get things moving along, I think we'll go and sim to the end of the game. Yeah. I felt reasonably good about our chance of winning that game. So we did manage to come back. But the real question is, how long do we lose Heimer? And we don't actually know that yet. It's fine. Let's sim to the next playoff round, please. And we lost him for the rest of this year and most of next year, too. Wonderful. That significantly makes our job harder. Oh, you know what I meant to do? I did want to at least keep our manager. Because he's actually pretty good at his job. Oh, good. We already are keeping him. I can keep my assistant GM too, as a treat. Meh. Okay, my pitching coach is actually brilliant, so we can keep him around for sure. Diaz would be better as a base coach, I think. Aguilar can walk. Oh, Fisher I'd like to keep, actually. Oh, actually, you're both really good base coaches. Like, the only guy I'm not super enthused with is the scouting director. He's very mediocre, and I think replacing him is going to be very valuable to us. Okay. Alright. So, a victory in game 1. Another important player is injured. Exactly what I was hoping for. I'm just putting him on the IL. Whatever. Can you stop injuring my players, though? That would be nice, game. That'd be real kind of you. And a sweep. And the World Series. Nice. Is that our old foes, the Varna Dolphins, that we'll be facing? It seems likely. It is. We got promoted together, we grew up together, and now it's time to baseball together. I need an infielder for sure. And I probably need a pitcher too. Sure, we'll give Barbier a chance to pitch here. Why not? Ooh, and an early deficit. Oh my fucking god! Quit getting injured! I swear, you're like sending people after my people with like tire irons or something, or crowbars. Uh-oh. Okay. I don't like how close this series is. It's making me nervous. Alright, you know what we're going to do? We're going to sim this game and then play Game 7 if we have to. And it looks like we do. It all comes down to this. And this is not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. Some of our real top-tier talent has left the team or has been injured. So this is not going to be easy. But if we can prevail, it will be a glorious World Series victory that we can all be very proud of. I will happily take a leadoff walk. I'm not going to do any fancy base running yet. Nice. And Mr. Moberg, you strike out. Of course you do. Really? The one fucking place you could have hit that damn ball that wouldn't have scored us a run. Don't be like that, guys. Please. I beg you. Don't be like that. Don't! Oh my god, really? Really? What even is that shit? Don't give up a leadoff home run. That's a terrible start. Uh-oh. This could be real trouble. How has Varna managed to keep their super team together, but I couldn't? Do they just not care? Or is there something about my owner, maybe? Dude, I don't know why you just, like, held on to the ball for, like, 20 minutes, but you could have just easily thrown that damn ball and not had an issue. But... fucking home runs, man. Nope, right at him. Barely had to twitch. Really? You don't have to make a giant fucking diving catch. You could have just let that one drop. That would have been fine. But seriously, how the Dolphins kept this roster together? That's what I don't understand. The only reason he's getting swings and misses is because people are swinging at bad pitches, which is not ideal. We definitely have to be very cautious here. Nice job, Viora. Nice job. Like, look, part of the reason our roster looks depleted is because it is depleted. It's depleted because we don't have... a lot of our best players are injured. Like, consider the reigning MVP injured. One of the most valuable players in a per game basis injured. One of our starting pitchers injured. We've had a lot of injuries all happen at the very end of the season, which maybe means I should be a bit more judicious with my bench, perhaps? I don't know. If you know where the stupid button is to show, like, the course, the last pitch, I'd appreciate it. Like, he's only made one mistake. It's just unfortunately quite a large mistake. Mr. Sacramento is very good at making me put the ball in play without hitting the ball very hard. That's a very important skill as a pitcher. That is caught. Oh, it's out. Oh, I know what it is. It's It's a super stats replay. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, that egg velocity is not really great. We just got really lucky there. If that ball had been 1/4 of a millimeter lower, it would have just bounced off the wall. I mean, I'll take it. I'm not arguing, but that was very, very, very risky. Why doesn't he simply hit the ball harder? Okay. We might also need a new team trainer. Like, maybe our team trainer's like Dr. Nick from The Simpsons. What's this? It's my old friend Greg. With a leg for an arm and an arm for a leg. That was an efficient inning. I like that. Oh man, dude. That pitch was terrible. What are you swinging to that bullshit for? Lorenzo Sacramento is when you get Carmen Sandiego on Wish. There we go, beating out a nice thing. Oh, really? That looked like a save to me, but okay. Alright, Mr. Daham. I need you to be your very best version of yourself. There we go. Alright. I would love to try to get 6 innings out of him if I can. I am going to warm somebody up, though. I want us to be ready. In the circumstance, we do need somebody. Who do you have coming? We have lefty, righty, righty. You don't really have an obvious split here. So let's warm up Monsieur Petit. He's always good for an inning or two if we need it. There we go. Yeah, that's the animation always bugs me, where second baseman just stops. Like, he's like, it's too hard. Ooh, a passed ball. Alright. Let's take advantage, Mr. Moberg. That's an out. That's not what I wanted at all. That is also not what I wanted. Wait, why don't you just tag him? I mean, I'm not complaining, but... We had a golden opportunity to drive in our second run. I don't like how close this game is. Dahan, I need you to be your best. I can't risk it. I cannot leave you in the game. You're done. A bunt, huh? Really? A little fucking punk ass bitch just gets this ridiculously easy hit. Come on, guys. I'm not walking anybody. You're gonna get him out, pet it, and then we can talk about, or pay T rather. Viora. We cannot have bad defense right now. We need to be our very best, and instead we're just completely coming unglued. Because that's what we do best, right? That's what we do best. We get a clutch inning, and we just fuck up. I'm just waiting for this next fucking guy to just hit this ridiculous home run. That's how we play, apparently, in Prague. Well, we got one out. I don't like doing this, but I've got to do something to try to stop the bleeding. No, just a grand slam. That's cool. You fucking asshole, Petit. I don't know what your problem is. I don't know what convinced you to just completely and utterly shit the bed, but I despise you now. I wish many bad things to happen to you. Because you just gave up. Like, you're just like, nope, I don't want to play baseball anymore. It's been a long season. Like, look, there's one reason if we don't win the World Series, and surprisingly, I don't think that's going to happen. Why it's not going to happen. It's because we lost, like, 3 of our very best players all got fucking injured in the playoffs itself. We just ran out of bodies. And that's fine, right? That's part of the game. I don't mind that. What I do mind is when a pitcher just completely gives up. And that's what happened to Petit. Yes, he didn't have the easy situation to come in with a runner on base. Oh, well, you're a fucking pitcher. Figure it out. But just giving up hits... That stupid mistake by Vior to drop the ball. This bullshit. Yeah, the pitcher just like looks at the ball, roll past him very slowly, and just like, nah, I don't want to play either. Oh my god, game. Why? Can you just stop fucking scoring runs, please? You don't need any more. I promise. It is legal to stop hitting at any moment. Gotta do like ridiculous diving catches in order to even keep the game somewhat close. Oh my god. Just stop. Fuck you, Dolphins. Well, then how about you start fucking fighting, dude? Wow. Just the comedy of errors of terrible pitching. I'm not going to play this anymore. There's no point. Like, we're not going to suddenly score, like, 11 runs. That's what's never going to happen. Petit, you fucking suck, dude. I mean, you were brought into an important situation and you just decided, nope, I don't need to pitch very well. I'm just gonna just not do that. This is a very winnable World Series. And I think it's equally important to acknowledge the fact that this game here was incredibly winnable. Like, this guy's not that great a pitcher, but he came in and had an amazing performance, and that's what the playoffs are all about. It's about unexpected heroes picking up where they're desperately needed. And that's exactly what they got here. Also, fucking Valentin Schmidt deciding that walking 4 people is a great move was not smart. But this is what this came down to, right? Like, there's one and only one reason that we failed as much. This right here. Berthe actually could have come back. I didn't realize that at the time, but he actually would have been healthy had I put him on the 15-day IL. But that one's on me. I'll own that. But despite a disappointing end of the season, let's talk about what did go well. Let's talk about it. Oh, let me do till the end of the playoffs so that we can then like move people around. Like, here's the thing. I am assuming, perhaps foolishly, that Varna can't keep together their fucking team either. Like, at a certain point, they will not be able to afford it. Because if we take a look at their organization, they've got some really great players that are going to cost them lots and lots of money. So we have that going for us. But nonetheless, we still remain a bit beleaguered. So how did the season actually go? Who were the big performers? Well, their very best player was on the IL at the end of the season. That would be Mr. Malik. And actually, Berthe was only a 4-win player. Yeah, we got great seasons out of Monomock and Jacobson and Viora. Moberg turned in an exceptional season for his first full season playing for his base. Gavin Miller just can't stay fucking healthy. I mean, 2 wins in 40 games is ridiculous. And yet, if he can't stay healthy, that's a giant problem. But then we really got hurt by the lack of depth. Most of our starters ranged from okay to decent, and then it just started dropping. We traded away a lot in the offseason because we had to. We had to clear off some salaries so we could keep the players that we wanted to keep. But this season it didn't quite work out. Our pitching was really good. Really, really good. Again, losing one of our aces probably didn't help our cause, but we were still a very good and very competitive team. There's very little to complain about our regular season or our players. The problem is going to be I can't keep them all. It is not a possibility. And so that's going to be one of the biggest things we're going to have to figure out in the offseason. Is how do we afford the players that we can afford and try to get the most out of them? And I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to the question, do we try again with Gavin Miller? I almost think we can't, though. Like, he gets injured too often, and pouring big resources into a player who's just not that great isn't going to help us any. But we can talk about that next episode. For now, though, this has been Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.